He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His strength shall be your shield and buckler. Welcome to Strength in the Psalms. I'm Isokem. Last week we lingered in the stillness of Psalm 34, verse 15, reminded that the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous. Today we continue that gentle unfolding, resting beneath the wings of divine care. This verse points out of paints out paints one of scripture's tender portraits. God as a covering presence, feathers, wings, refuge, truth. These are not distant images of power. They are nearness, warmth, and safety. Under his wings, we are not hidden from life but held through it. The storms may rage, yet this shelter remains. His truth, steady, ancient, unshakable, becomes a shield when understanding fails. Have you ever felt the quiet of God's nearness? Not in the noise of rescue, but in the calm of protection. When the world feels too sharp, the Spirit invites us to breathe under the sacred wing. Sometimes strength is not in fighting. I think I've said that many times in this episode, through this season. Strength is not in fighting, but in trusting the one who fights for us. I remember when I was younger, I always felt I had to prove myself. Every now and then, in the community, everywhere, I had to prove something. Because I felt I needed the approval and protection of people around me. And the truth of Psalm 91, verse 4, came to me in a quiet mode. It was like a revelation of some sort. I didn't have to prove myself to be loved. I didn't have to prove myself to be befriended. I didn't have to prove myself for that protection of people. I just had to be who I was and who I am. People loving. And that's not a label I give to myself, but that is how I see myself. I just like other people to be happy around me. But it took its toll because I kept on having to prove and prove and prove and prove. And the truth of Psalm 91 verse 4 came to me. You don't have to struggle to be loved. You are covered. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. His truth. That's the truth. His truth is the truth of love. Unshakable love. The storms may rage, yet the shelter remains. His truth, steady, ancient, unshakable, becomes a shield when understanding fails. Sometimes we can't understand it. Why don't you love me the way I love you? That's not what God is talking about now. His truth, steady, ancient, unshakable, becomes a shield when understanding fails. Because we can't understand it. It's difficult to comprehend. But does that stop you from loving people? No. You have to be who God wants you to be, in His image of love. Have you ever felt the quiet of God's nearness? Not in the noise of rescue, but in the calm of protection. You feel that calmness. It resonates. You say, yes, I am safe. God is holding me. When the world feels too sharp, the Spirit invites us to breathe under the sacred wing. Sometimes strength is not in fighting, but in trusting the one who fights for us. Sometimes we want to wage war on every situation. Things must always happen. That's not the strength that you need. You don't need your strength for everything. The car can break up. The workers can start misbehaving. Sometimes the spouse. Sometimes you look at what. Something, these things happen. And it's not because you're weak. Let the strength be your reliance on God. On God. Let it go. Take your hands off the driver's wheel. Let God be the driver of your life. Consult with Him. Relate with Him. Think with Him. Let Him whisper. He doesn't make noise. Not in the rescue. He's never in the rescue business of no. He doesn't make noise while He's rescuing. God has a covering presence. Isn't that beautiful? That's just simply wonderful. For those in their 20s, life is beginning to stretch its wings. Trust that you don't have to have it all figured out. Rest becomes your anchor. Always retreat. Not everything charge you for. Rest comes before the flight. Let His feather teach you patience. Patience is important. Patience is one of the most incredible elements I can ever imagine. I pray for it. I yearn for it. I long for it. But for patience, many of us could just write a different script about this. We need that patience. And patience is something you have to pray about. Patience, patience, patience. My mother of blessed memory, may her soul rest in peace. She was a patient woman. Oh, so patient. She will always say, Osaro, meaning God exists. There's God. And now I just look at her. Oh, this person is doing this, that person is doing that, and you're telling me, Osaro. Yes, Osaro, but do something. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I want to know what you're going to do. For those in their 30s, responsibilities pull hard. Remember that refuge is not escape, it's restoration. Step beneath his covering often. That's where clarity lives. For those in their 40s, beautiful ones, you've seen storms and sunlight alike. Now is the time to lean into his steadiness. You are still covered, still called, and still loved. I am covered. Even when I cannot see the way, I rest beneath his wings of mercy. I rest beneath his wings of grace. I rest beneath his wings of protection. I rest beneath his wings of majesty. Yes, life can be unpredictable sometimes, but God is ever predictable. When you take these words and believe, he shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth, steady, unshakable, predictable, shall be your shield and buckler. May the peace that shelters sparrows shelter you too. May his wings shade your worries and fears and warm your hope. Go in quiet confidence. You are seen, you are known, and you are protected. In our next episode, the season finale, we'll be joined by Brother Wahab. I call him Brother Wahab. And we'll be going, he will be exploring Psalm 46, verse 1. Be still in this storm. It's going to be a sibling conversation about faith, family, and finding calm in chaos. Until next time, may peace be your constant